There you go. I agree with
Well,
that.
yeah, well, that's great. We'll now disclose what Marissa is agreeing with. There's a tendency, if things are not going well, to say,
Mhm.
hey, uh, I'm still working on this. Give me more time. And it's very natural because like everyone recognizes it's not up to snuff yet. That's great that everyone recognizes that. If that is the case, the reverse should happen. You
Mhm.
should either kind of communicate, and that can be a meeting or an asynchronous communicate at the agreed time, or do it even earlier. What you should never do is delay the meeting because the stuff isn't ready. Because if it isn't ready, it means that it's more work than expected. That you probably planned this because it has to happen before a certain date. So probably you need feedback earlier so you can prevent kind of going the wrong route. Like
Totally
if if,
agree.
if it's getting dark outside and you have to get home, that is not the time to kind of throw away the map and run in one direction. It's the time to really consult the map and talk a lot about which
Yeah.
direction you're going to go.
In fact,
Because
consult the map when it's still light out.
yeah, well, but also because like if you're in a time crunch, walking in the wrong direction has bigger consequences. If
Yeah.
you have 5 hours till sunset, you can afford to walk the wrong way and walk back, and it's not a problem. If you're in a time crunch, you want to
There's
be
no
sure
recovery.
that the
Yeah.
communication should increase if you're behind. The communication should increase if the quality isn't there. It should not decrease. So never, never, never delay a meeting because you don't have everything ready. Let's just discuss what you have, and we can make sure that we discuss our future direction.
And so, couldn't agree more. Now let's talk about the psychology of why that's difficult for the other party at times. They're afraid of getting ripped to shreds because what they have is not good yet. And therefore, your reaction is important. You setting the tone in that meeting to say, if it was already a scheduled meeting and it should have been ready, it's you know, I'm disappointed as to where we're at. I had hoped we'd be further along and that would have this and that. But you say it in a humane, graceful way. And then you say, so now let's help get this. Let's help you. What help do you need? And let's make sure there is alignment now on what's needed going forward. What questions do you have? How do we help you solve for that? So it becomes a supportive helping, let's get it back on track meeting versus the takeaway is you guys screwed up, you're not ready, and you're behind.
Yep.
Right.
And
So
I totally agree. And that's what I can do.
yeah.
What the people presenting in the meeting can do is they can set expectations. Like
Yeah.
tell me in the beginning of the meeting or even beforehand, like, hey,
The
we know the
audit.
bar is here. We know we're here now. We know we're behind. And these are the things we're focusing on. If you tell me, I don't have to tell you, great, we can just focus on improving it instead of like the calibration. And the thing that is worst is if you delay the meeting, we're losing all that valuable time,
Absolutely.
and the meeting is going to be worse because of it. Because now, first of all, I'm going to assume you're not calibrated, right? Like, this is really missing the mark. And second of all, we have so much less time to fix it. If we have
Yeah.
all the time, it can be a lower stakes conversation, and it can be less
So
directive, and there's more freedom. If you're really in a time crunch, it gets there's fewer options and it gets more top down.